And today we'll be diving inside to practice a meditation and experience that's called self-leadership. And it is from an approach called internal family systems therapy, which I really enjoy offering to my clients in my practice as a therapist. So to access self-leadership, you can just feel free to close the eyes and journey inward, or just cast the eyes downward slightly if you prefer. And as you journey inward, just allow yourself to relax into a spirit of curiosity and care. And as you relax into the spaciousness within you, this inherent spaciousness of curiosity and care, you can just begin to notice little experiences emerging. And any part of you, you can invite any part of you forward who would like some of your attention, your loving compassion right now. And as one part of you emerges, seeking some of your attention, you can just send a message of care towards that part. I see you. I care about you. I'm interested in you. I'm curious about you. Or any other message of care that feels more genuine to you. And it's this internal relationship that's so healing. So we're not only sending this message, but we're also going to notice how the part of us that we sent this message to receives this message. So just taking a moment to notice how this part of you responds to your care. Developing this capital S self energy and establishing a self to part relationship inside of us. And then as you hold this part of you or stand in caring relationship with this part of you, you can also open up to support from higher self or higher power, calling in any supportive presence, which might for you come in the form of a spiritual or religious figure. It might be an aspect of nature or an animal guide or an ancestor, or just an energy. See if you can invite in this warm, caring presence and asking if there's any guidance for you around this part of you that's coming up for some loving attention. Just seeing if there's any message. It's okay if there's not, but just seeing if there's any message from higher self or higher power around this part of you. and what it's going through. And just trusting whatever comes. It might come in a faint echo or a hunch, an image, or just a sense of things. And again, it's okay if nothing comes. It's perfectly fine. Just keep asking for guidance. And if you are receiving a message, just let yourself hear that message a few times so it can really sink in and nourish you. And then just notice how your system responds to this message. And notice how this part of you that was there in the beginning, notice how that part of you responds to your care and to the message from higher self or higher power. Like a Russian doll, feeling held by many layers of beingness. Feeling held and supported by you, your deep, wise, caring self, and from deep, wise, caring energy beyond you, around you. So begin to deepen the breath. Just continuing to immerse yourself in this experience of care and compassion and connection within you, circulating it with the breath. And on the in-breath, just drawing into that compassionate presence, tapping into it more fully. And on the out-breath, spreading that compassion around your whole system, that compassionate, caring essence. So as you inhale slowly and deeply, gathering, tapping that compassionate presence within you. And as you exhale, spreading that compassion through your whole being, all parts of you. And continue nice, slow, deep breaths. On the in-breath, tapping into that compassionate presence. And on the out-breath, distributing it through your whole system, spreading it around. Good, and after the next long, slow exhalation, you can return the breath back to normal. And feel free to bring the hands together in front of the heart or palms on the heart. Bowing the head humbly to the openness of the heart. And as we journey through our yoga practice together today, We'll do so continuing to tap into this capital S self and exploring the practice of self-leadership, which benefits like a ripple effect all of those with whom we interact. So just taking a moment to acknowledge and to celebrate that divine spark of life and light that rests deep, deep within you. That self-energy that's connected to the greater whole. And taking a moment to acknowledge and to celebrate that divine spark of life and light that rests within your children. Bowing to their self-energy that's connected to the greater whole. And taking a moment to acknowledge and to celebrate that divine spark of life and light that's within all beings everywhere without exception. No matter how clouded in darkness or ignorance or despair, the trance of unworthiness, that light is still there deep within. May we bow to it within all beings. Good, and from here you can interlace the fingers and bring the palms to the back of the head, fanning the elbows wide apart, shoulders back and down. And we're going to rock the tops of the hips forward, lifting the chest up, opening the heart wide. And just breathing into the chest and heart, tapping into this self-energy in internal family systems. The self-energy has lots of C words as qualities, starting with the letter C. So qualities like calm, confident, courageous, creative, connected, curious, compassionate. So just breathing into the self-energy. And this theory and this approach, this energy is within all of us. So tapping into this energy, take a nice deep breath in. And then exhale, bring the elbows towards the center of the forehead and curl inward. The hips can rock back a little bit as you curl inward. And then just acknowledging as you look within, this is an inward pose, so as you gaze inward, just noticing any part of you that's calling for your loving attention, your self-energy. Good, and with a breath, rocking the hips forward, lifting head, neck, and chest, fanning the elbows wide apart. Inhale here, tapping into self-energy. And exhale, curling inward, shining that self-energy in any part of you that needs it right now. Inhale, lifting up and back, tapping self-energy. And exhale, curling in, shining self-energy in any part of you that needs it. And continue at your own slow breathing pace. Tapping into that self-energy on the in-breath. And sharing that self-energy, making contact on the out-breath. So this is a journey of relationship, of deepening relationship between the deep, wise self within us and all of the parts of us. Kind of like light, how light can be seen as particles or parts or wave. We can think of the wave as the self, and the particles are the parts, those little parts of us that can interact with the self. After the next full round, you can pause and release the arms. And just pause, closing the eyes, tuning in, just basking in the glow of that self-energy you're cultivating. Good. Take a nice deep breath in. A long, slow exhalation. And then we'll bring our hands onto the earth out in front. Hands onto the earth beneath the shoulders. Knees under the hips. And then we can round the back, tuck the chin, tucking the tailbone under, gazing inward. And just seeing if the back might need a little bit of attention. Any part of the back. So there's the back as a whole, and then there's parts of the back. So just see if there's any part of the back that needs some loving attention. And then lift the head, neck, and chest, swinging the buttocks up, pressing the hands down and towards the knees, tapping that self-energy so we can bring that self-energy to the part of the back that needs our compassion the most. So take a deep breath in, tapping self-energy, and exhale, shine that self-energy on the mid-back. Inhale, lifting head, neck, and chest, tapping self-energy. And exhale, rounding the back, caring about the back that's calling out for your attention right now. And continue. So it's a simple movement. You've done this thousands of times. See if we can deepen the practice with this more subtle engagement of relationship, internal relationship between deep self and part. In this case, deep self and part of the back that's calling out for some attention. Good. One more round. Take your time. Eventually lowering the buttocks towards the heels, forehead towards the earth, and just resting into extended child's pose. And just registering, noticing how it feels to be accessing more self-energy. Take a nice deep breath into that self-energy, that deep, wise, caring self within you. And just allow for a long, slow exhalation. Just sending that self-energy through your whole system. Good. And then extend the arms, shift the weight into the hands, coming onto all fours. And then you can melt the hips forward, lifting head, neck, and chest, moving towards upward dog. Either stay here with knees down or you can lift knees up. See what serves you. Have the elbows subtly bent so you're not hyperextending them, which is something I tend to do if I'm not aware. So take a nice deep breath in and exhale, press back into child's pose or curl the toes under and lift the hips up high for downward dog. Good, and coming forward. Opening the heart, tapping into self-energy, deep breath in, and exhale, pressing back, shining self-energy in any part of you that needs it right now. Inhale, coming forward and up, tapping into self-energy, and continue at your own slow breathing pace. Good. After the next full round, you can pause. And just tune in. And just see if there's any other parts of you that are surfacing. Memories, sensations. They can all be like trailheads, little signposts that there's a part of you that might have a bigger story to tell. Nothing's too great a story for self. Self is like space. It can hold all things. No fish too big for the ocean of self. Take a nice deep breath in, acknowledging self-energy, and slowly exhale. And then you can either bring the arms alongside the legs, or you can walk the feet forward towards the hands if you're in downward dog, and eventually lift the body all the way up to standing. Standing near the front of the mat. And just draw some of the energy from our thinking, planning minds. There's a lot going on in the world right now, so there's a lot of things stimulating our brains. So see if you can just begin to invite some of the energy down into the body, down into the belly, down into the legs and feet. And draw some of the energy from the earth, vitality, chi, prana, life force around you, up the feet, up the legs, into the belly, into the chest and heart. So we're feeling that connection with the energy around us. So capital S self within us is also connected intimately with wise, loving presence around us. So feeling that greater connection, and unite the palms together in front of the heart. Especially during this pandemic, one of the practices that can help us most is any practice really that helps us feel more connected to a greater whole. So just sensing that greater connection to each other as we practice together right now. And also just to the life force around you, the wise, loving presence of the collective. And from here, we can bring the arms forward or out to the sides, up and back. And just take a few deep breaths, opening up, consciously tapping into your deep, wise, caring self. That ocean of compassionate energy. Take a deep breath into it. And exhale, bow down to any part of you and all parts of you. All parts of you and any part in particular that's needing some of your loving care right now. Just seeing if that might be part of the body. Or it might be a political part of you that's politically aware. She or he might be needing some of your attention within you. Or it might be your mama self. Or even friend or daughter self. Or wife self. Just see perhaps many of the different parts of you that are needing your attention. And just send a caring message to all of them. Letting them know they're all important and you care about them all. There's space for them all, just as there's space for all of the fish in the sea. There's space for them all. Good. Bend the knees, fingertips in line with the toes. Step the left foot far back. Left knee can be raised or lowered, lifting head, neck, and chest, opening the chest and heart. Squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. Draw the perineum up and in. Draw the pelvic floor up 4 flights. And opening the heart, tapping self-energy. The more we can access this self-energy, the more we can begin to practice self-leadership, leading from this place, connected to all of the parts. Take a nice deep breath in, and exhale, right foot steps back, downward dog or plank pose. An opportunity to look within and be with what's there.
I see you. I care about you. I'm right here for you. And then noticing, so not just sending those messages to the parts of us, but also noticing how those parts of us respond. So we're attuning to them and their responses, deepening the relationship within. From here, we can come forward and up into Cobra or Upward Dog. Taking a few deep breaths. Accessing self-energy on the in-breath as the heart opens and rises. And distributing that self-energy, that compassionate presence around you as you lower down a little bit. Good. After the next exhalation, you can press the hands down and lift the hips up high, downward facing dog. Tuning in, being curious about what you'll see, kind of like going to the ocean and just being curious what sea creatures will be there. If you'll see an otter or a whale or a dolphin or some seagulls. Just being curious about what will emerge into foreground for your awareness today. With that same curiosity you bring to the ocean and the sea life. Looking within with that warm curiosity and interest. And then looking between the hands and stepping the left foot forward between the hands, right knee lowers. Or can stay raised, lifting head, neck, and chest, squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. Engage the perineum, draw the pelvic floor up, 3, 4 flights, and then open the heart. Tapping self-energy. No thing too great for this self. Nothing can damage the self. No experience can harm this self. Take a nice deep breath in to your deep, wise, caring self. Yes. And exhale, right foot steps forward to meet the left, bowing down, tuning in. Tuning in and listening for any part of you presenting itself for your attention. Yeah, just an opportunity to look within the ocean of life within you. And just notice what comes up to the surface. A sensation, a thought, an emotion, a memory. Just imagine that they're kind of coming up to the surface of the ocean for you to see them, like a dolphin or a whale. And just bringing your warm curiosity. Oh, there you are. I see you. I really do care about you. And then noticing how that part of you responds to your care. Good. So exhale fully. Inhale, lifting the arms either forward or out to the sides, up and back. Opening, opening, opening up. Tapping self-energy. Tapping that ocean of compassion within you that's inherent within you and all beings.
sometimes goes untapped. Not all people are encouraged again and again to tap into this ocean of compassion within them. So just feel the luxury of being encouraged to tap into this ocean of compassion within you. Take a nice deep breath into it and exhale, palms to the heart. And perhaps even offering some gratitude for any of your teachers or spiritual or religious teachings that you've come upon through books or videos or audio files that have helped you to tap this self-energy, this ocean of compassion within you. Just some gratitude for your teachers. And with the breath, exhale fully. Inhale the arms forward or out to the sides, up and back. Tapping self-energy, and exhale, bow down, shining self-energy in any part of you that needs it right now. Inhale, right foot back, lift head, neck, and chest, opening the heart, tapping self-energy. Exhale, left foot back, downward dog, or plank pose, bowing down to self-energy. Inhale, come forward and up into cobra or upward dog, opening to self-energy. Exhale, bow down, distributing that self-energy through your system. Inhale, right foot forward, tapping into self-energy. Exhale, left foot forward, bowing down to any part of you that needs your loving care. Inhale, rising, opening to self-energy. And exhale, palms to the heart. Inhale, arms forward, up and back, opening to self-energy. And exhale, bow down to any part of you that needs your loving care. Inhale, left foot back, opening to self-energy. Yes, exhale, right foot back, bowing down to any part of you that needs your loving attention. Inhale, come forward and up, accessing self-energy. And exhale, downward dog, bowing down, sharing that self-energy. Inhale, left foot forward, opening to self-energy. And exhale, right foot forward, distributing that self-energy, spreading it around inside. Inhale, arms forward, up and back, or out to the sides, up and back, accessing self. And exhale, palms to the heart. Inhale, arms forward, up and back, opening to self-energy. And exhale, bow down. Inhale, right foot forward, opening to self-energy, tapping into it. Exhale, left foot back, distributing that self-energy. Inhale, come forward and up, opening the heart to that self-energy, yes. And exhale, downward dog, bowing down to any part of you. Inhale, right foot forward, tapping into self-energy. Exhale, left foot forward, bowing down to any part that needs your loving care. Inhale, arms opening up and back, yes. And exhale, palms to the heart. Inhale, arms forward, up and back, accessing self. And exhale, bow down, showering that self-energy in any part of you that needs your loving care. Inhale, left foot back, opening the heart to self-energy. Exhale, right foot back, downward dog or plank pose. Inhale, come forward and up into cobra or upward dog, accessing self-energy. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, opening to self-energy. Exhale, right foot forward, bowing down. Inhale, arms forward or out to the sides, opening up and back, yes. And exhale, palms to the heart. Pause here, tuning in. Feeling free to bring the hands onto the heart. And just noticing the power of your heart. Feel its drumbeat. reminding you of the strength of this loving energy that resides within you. Just feel that power, a powerful force of love and care within you. Just notice what's emerging as we remain in silence and stillness. Notice what's coming up for integration and healing. And see if you can shine some caring presence on that part of you or anything that's arising. Even if it's calm, just including that. Whatever it is. And then you can release the arms, sustaining a thread of connection with the self. You can slowly open the eyes. And we'll ground through the right foot and lift the left foot up into the inner right ankle, just beneath the knee. Or you can bring the left foot to the inner thigh. And if you're near a wall, you can hold on to the wall. Or if there's a chair out in front, you can put a chair out in front and hold on to the chair out in front. Or if you feel steady, you can just do this freely by bringing the hands together in front of the heart. So see if you can send some energy down through the right foot. And then lengthen through the right leg, lengthen through the low back. Invite the left knee out to the left a little bit. And then beginning to lift the arms up, growing towards the light. Spreading the arms wide apart, spreading the fingers apart, blossoming open in that spacious, loving, compassionate presence. In the safety of this compassionate presence, we grow, we expand, we transform. We tap into our potential. And when we can shine from this self-energy, when we can engage self-leadership and come from this deep, wise, caring place within us, our children develop, they expand, they grow, they tap into their full potential. Take a deep breath in and exhale fully. Gently release the arms and release the left foot and shake everything out. Good. And then you can ground through the left foot, sending some roots down. Our roots must deepen before we expand through the heart, or the flower of the self will kind of topple over. So grounding, rooting, staying humble, acknowledging our challenges, acknowledging our limitations. And then right foot to the inner left ankle, just beneath the knee, the inner thigh. So we're grounding, we're rooting. You can even ground with your hand if you want to use a wall or a chair. Grounding with the eyes, gently resting the eyes on one point, and then hands together in front of the heart, acknowledging the heart, this vehicle for expression of care for ourselves and each other. And then lifting the arms up, growing towards the light beyond us. So acknowledging the light within us and opening to the light beyond us. Accessing our self-energy so we can engage self-leadership coming from our wise, deep, caring place inside of us that includes all of the parts of us. Engaging in loving relationship with all of the parts of us, coming from a place of self-leadership, and then our children benefit from that. They expand, they grow, they tap their full potential. Take a deep breath into this tree of life as you embody it, and exhale slowly, gently releasing the arms, shaking out the legs. Good. And then just close the eyes, stand tall. And bear witness to what's there now. Take a deep, rich breath in, tapping self-energy, and exhale, distributing that caring energy through your whole system. Good. And then you can bring the palms onto the back, palms on the back with the fingertips up if that's possible, or out to the sides a little bit if you need to. Engage the perineum, draw the pelvic floor up, and then we're going to lean into the toes, hips will come forward, squeeze elbows towards each other, we're going to arch back, opening up the heart, tapping into that ocean of caring energy within you, ocean of compassion, curiosity and care. Take a deep breath into it and exhale, hinge forward from the hips, slide the hands down the thighs, bowing down, tuning in. And then we're going to bend the knees, lowering the buttocks down, bringing the feet out in front. Arms out in front, feet out in front. We're going to lift up from the mid-back, so belly button lifts, chest lifts. The mid-back is going to come forward towards the belly button. Moving into boat pose, you can lift one foot, and if that's okay, you can lift the foot to knee height. You can lift the other foot up to knee height. You can either stay there or both feet lift up. Moving the legs towards straight. They don't have to be straight, but they can move towards straight. And we'll inhale, bend the knees into the chest, lift the chest up a little higher. Exhale, lean back a little bit, lift the feet up higher. Inhale, knees to the chest, chest to the knees. Exhale, lift the legs. And continue. And after the next exhalation, you can lower the feet down, wrap the arms around the legs, let the knees spread apart a little bit. You can take hold of the wrist or the hands and just bow the head down. Good, and then bring the knees close together, bring the arms out in front, tuck the chin towards the chest and slowly lower the back all the way down. Just sending compassion to the belly. Just engaging in exercises that can benefit the health of the back and spine. Tapping into the power and strength of the abdomen. And you can hug the knees into the chest and either stay there and just gently rock, or you can slide the hands to the outer edges of the feet. On Ananda Balasana, blissful baby pose, your choice. See what feels good. Great. Then you can lower the soles of the feet down onto the floor, heels beneath the knees, palms on the earth. And press the feet down, lift the hips up. Then you can walk the shoulders towards each other, palms can press down into the floor, or fingers interlace. And lifting the heart open. Take a nice deep breath in, press the feet down to lift the chest up. And exhale, bring the arms out to the sides, lift the heels up, keep the toes down, but lift the heels up, and then roll the back down, vertebra by vertebra, part by part. Good. And then again, you can hug knees into chest, or Ananda Balasana, blissful baby pose, by wrapping the hands around the outer edges of the feet if you prefer. Just nourishing yourself. And you can lower the soles of the feet onto the floor, spread the feet wide apart, about mat width apart, and invite the arms back behind you. Spreading the heart open, tapping into the vast spaciousness in your chest, in your heart center. And then you can allow both knees to fan to the left, windshield wiper to the left. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, knees up to the sky. Inhale, knees to the right, head a little bit to the left, tapping into the spaciousness of heart. And exhale, knees to the sky, and continue. So there's a simple physical movement, giving us the opportunity to journey deeply inward and tap self-energy, tapping into that spacious, compassionate curiosity that resides within us all. And can be tapped into more consciously. Good. After the next long, slow exhalation, you can pause. And then you can gently roll all the way over onto the side. And just pause there for a moment's rest. Good. Press the hands into the earth. Lift the body up to seated, bringing the legs out in front. Moving into Paschimottanasana. Soft face, soft eyes. Hands on the thighs, shoulders back and down. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, hinge forward from the hips, feeling free to bend the knees like I am. So we can get a little more length through the low back to protect the back from harm. The knees do not have to be straight. They can be softly bent. And it's perfectly fine if you'd like to straighten the legs. So see what serves you best. And then just tuning in, closing the eyes, bowing the head a little bit, tuning in, visiting the ocean of life within you with curiosity and interest. What's going to come up to the surface for me to see? There's a whole ocean of life inside. What's going to come up to the surface for me to see and shine my caring attention on? treating each part of us like a dolphin or a whale sighting. Oh, wow. There you are. I see you. I'm right here for you, bearing witness to you. Each part of us. Granted that same caring attention, just like the sun that shines down equally on everyone. So notice what's surfacing. What's surfacing within you now? And exhale fully. Inhale, lifting the torso up, lifting the arms up, taking a few deep breaths in extended Dandasana. Taking a moment to open up to higher self, higher power, calling on guidance and support. Recognizing that we are connected to something so much greater than our small selves. And calling on support for us to lead from a place of self, to engage self-leadership for the benefit of our children and all those around us. And then you can lean back, bring your arms out to the sides, sending the same wish to each other. May you, other mamas in our circle, may you engage in self-leadership. May you access self and lead from self, so we can send this wish out to each other for the benefit of our children and everyone we interact with. And may our children all come to know their deep, wise, caring self and lead from this place as well. Good. Sending that wish out to each other as we slowly lower down. And then you can hug the knees into the chest, and as you do so, just practice receiving these caring wishes from one another. Good. And then you can bring your arms out to the sides. Knees into the chest. Inhale, knees to chest, and exhale, knees to the right. Head rolls heavy on the floor to the left. Inhale, knees to chest. And exhale, knees to the left. Head rolls heavy on the floor to the right. And continue at your own slow breathing pace. Continuing to lead from self. To access self. To reside in self more and more often. Feeling yourself connected to the greater whole. Good, and after the next full round, you can pause. Eventually reclining on the back and maybe even swinging the legs up the wall or putting the feet on a chair for the legs up the wall pose for the final relaxation practice if you'd like. And take a nice deep breath in, scrunching up the face, make fists with the hands, point the toes, lift arms and legs a little bit. Ah, good, relaxing. Deep breath in, open the mouth, stick out the tongue, stretching the jaw, open the eyes, lay fingers, stretch toes. Ah, good. Close the eyes, close the mouth, and allow the entire body to be deeply, deeply relaxed. And begin to visualize or sense or feel a beautiful light surrounding the body in all directions. Beautiful, warm, healing light. And bring the awareness to the light that rests near the soles of the feet. And invite this light into the feet, feeling the ankles relax. The calves and shins are softened and soothed. And this light moves up into the knees, creating warmth and space there. Invite this light up into the upper legs and feel both legs growing heavy and warm. This light shines into the hips, pouring into the pelvic area, pouring into the reproductive organs, harmonizing, balancing them, shining into the digestive organs, cleansing and purifying them. This beautiful light shines into the chest, healing the entire chest area. This light pours into the heart. Visualize the heart radiating the infinite glow of loving kindness in all directions, including towards your own dear self. Particularly towards yourself. See if you can feel the loving light from your own dear heart shining itself on all parts of you. Yes, and bring the awareness to the light that rests in the hands, bathing them in warmth, and invite this light into the hands, feeling the fingers and wrists relax. The forearms, elbows, and upper arms grow heavy and warm. And this light shines into the shoulders. Feel the shoulders relaxing. Warm light moves into the neck, softening and soothing the neck muscles. And bring the awareness to the light that rests near the very base of the spine. And invite this light up the spine, vertebra by vertebra, part by part. And feel the entire back growing warm and relaxed and healed by this light. This light moves freely up the spine, moves up into the neck, into the throat. The tongue softens, the lips are warmed, the cheekbones and jaw relax. The jaw is completely relaxed. The ears, nose, and eyes are all filled with the most beautiful light. And the eyelids grow heavy. The temples, the eyebrows, and the center of the forehead relax. The center of the forehead is completely relaxed, and the entire face becomes expressionless. The sides of the head, the back of the head, and the crown of the head are all filled with the most beautiful light. And the entire body, the entire being is filled with and emanating the most beautiful, warm, healing light. Just be a witness to this light that's in you and around you and with you always. Very gently invite the awareness back to the breath. And take a deep, rich breath in and slowly exhale. And gently invite the awareness to the physical body, feeling fingers and toes. And you can roll all the way over onto the side. Just pausing in a curled up fetal position for a moment's rest. Lovingly beholding yourself. And then press the hands into the earth, lifting the body up to seated. Coming to a comfortable seated position. Closing the eyes, checking the posture. And then just acknowledging what your system has been through over the past several months. There's been a lot. Really acknowledge that. Our systems have been through a lot during this pandemic, through the fires, this political arena. This system has been through so much. And there have been so many parts of you that have been working in support of your system, helping you get through this. There's been so many parts of your physical body that have been working together to support you. There's so many aspects of your social emotional self that have been working in support of your system. Mental and cognitive aspects of you that have been engaged. So just take a moment to rest in yourself, your deep, wise, caring self, and from a place of self-leadership, see if you can acknowledge all of these parts of you that have been working on behalf of your system, and just send them a message of appreciation. And you can say the same message a few times, or Finding some other message of leadership that you'd like to offer. And notice how the system responds to your message. Notice, scan for benefits of the self-leadership you just offered. Yes, and then you can bring the hands together in front of the heart or palms on the heart. And I'll leave you with these words by Sarah Powers, who writes, "Because we exist in an infinite sea of energy exchange, as we create a shift in our own consciousness, we truly do affect the greater whole. So thank you for caring enough to go inside and to practice. And in this case today, to practice accessing your self-energy." Namaste.